Gather round the fire, friends. I've got a creepy small-town tale for you. This one's got everything. Romance, betrayal, even claims of corruption that go all the way to the top. Our story takes place in Bardstown, Kentucky. Picture a quaint little town smack in the middle of bourbon country. Locals call it the most beautiful small town in America. But every postcard perfect place has its secrets. Let's meet Crystal Rogers. Crystal was born and raised in Bardstown. The pretty blonde was a mother of 5. She lived in a small house on one of the Rogers family farms with her youngest, 2-year-old Eli. Crystal spent her days working at the family business, a car dealership called Rogers Auto. She enjoyed cruising around town in a shiny new demo, turning heads everywhere she went. Now, like any good Southern drama, ours has a leading man. Enter Brooks Hawk. Brooks was Crystal's latest love interest. Ruggedly handsome, athletic, and 8 years her junior, Brooks managed his family's liquor store just down the road from Rogers Auto. His country boy charm quickly won over the young single mom. Before long, Brooks moved into Crystal's little house on the farm. Along with baby Eli, they began to look like a picture-perfect family. But looks can be deceiving. Our story takes a dark turn in the early hours of July 3rd, 2015. That Saturday night, Brooks told police everything seemed normal when he and Crystal headed to bed after 10 p.m. Crystal stayed up late tapping away on her phone while Brooks fell asleep. When questioned later, Brooks said when he awoke the next morning to take care of Eli, he noticed Crystal was gone. Her phone and purse remained. Brooks admits he didn't think it odd for Crystal to disappear overnight without explanation now and then. But by Monday, Crystal still hadn't come home. Concerned family members called police to declare her officially missing that afternoon. Late that same evening, Crystal's car was discovered abandoned on the side of Bluegrass Parkway with a flat tire, keys intact. This sparked fear of foul play. When detectives questioned Brooks, his behavior raised eyebrows. Turns out, Brooks failed multiple polygraph tests regarding Crystal's disappearance. Oddly enough, his cop brother Nick also refused to take one. Events took an explosive turn when Crystal and Brooks's farmhouse burned to the ground 5 days after she vanished. Any potential crime scene evidence, gone. Investigators hauled away the charred remains for clues, but the cause is still undetermined. Then, cops uncovered that a white sedan had been spotted near Crystal's abandoned car on the parkway. Guess who drives a matching car? Brooks and Nick's grandmother. But that vehicle has mysteriously disappeared as well. The web of suspicion tightened when both brothers were suspended from their jobs. Brooks from the family liquor store for unknown reasons, and Nick outright fired from the local police force. Yet, with lack of evidence or cooperation, no arrests have been made in Crystal's baffling case nearly 3 years later. Heartbroken loved ones still plead for the public's help. But our plot is about to thicken even more. Crystal's dad, Tommy, decided to launch his own rogue investigation. The father of 5 boldly announced to local media he was hot on the trail of clues he couldn't share yet. Clearly, Tommy's crusade to find his daughter was striking nerves. Tragically, he'd never get the chance to connect the dots. Just 4 months after Crystal disappeared without a trace, someone brazenly shot Tommy dead while he was hunting alone on the family farm. And it wasn't just a random act of violence either. Tommy was ambushed, assassin style, 1 bullet straight through the chest. Police quickly ruled his homicide case as definitely connected to his daughter's vanishing months prior. Suddenly, rumors exploded that Crystal was merely the latest in a chain of strange unsolved crimes, suggesting corruption in the small town ran rampant. Some even whispered a serial killer could be on the loose. So, where does this trail of bloodshed begin? Locals point to a string of unsolved deaths haunting Bardstown over the past 5 years. First came the murder of rookie police officer Jason Ellis in 2013. The young father of 2 was found in a ditch, shot multiple times after an apparent ambush late one night. Locals speculate Jason must have stumbled onto departmental secrets tied to organized crime or the drug trade. Perhaps a dirty cop ordered a hit to keep Ellis from exposing internal affairs. It certainly took intimate knowledge of his routine that night to set up the killing. The following year, Kathy and Samantha Netherland, a mother and daughter, were found dead in their home showing signs of torture. A mystery vehicle was spotted nearby, but the case remains ice cold with no known motives or suspects. Rumors swirled that maybe high schooler Samantha witnessed illicit police activity while out late one night. Perhaps Kathy confronted the wrong person when questioning her daughter's death. But with no suspects or leads, we may never know. Now, in the wake of all these deaths, many residents openly accuse Bardstown officials of covering up rampant corruption. Some outlandish theories even suggest a ring of dirty cops are mixed up in organized crime and methodically eliminating any citizens who get too close to the truth. Crazy idea, right? Yet even early on in Crystal's missing case, her loved ones questioned if preferential treatment allowed the Hawk brothers to evade arrest thanks to Nick's inside police connections. Bardstown law enforcement vigorously deny accusations they allowed one of their own to obstruct justice, of course. Without proof, the far-flung theories remain unproven and speculative. Still, when lined up alongside other unsolved deaths in this quiet community, one has to admit something sinister seems afoot. Are they all merely tragic coincidences? Or is someone brutally silencing witnesses to an even larger scandal below the wholesome surface? If authorities are actively covering up an expansive criminal underworld tied to these deaths, they're doing a frightfully efficient job. The families of victims still beg for answers years later to no avail. If someone is eliminating witnesses to conceal far-reaching sins, how many more will die before the truth is known?